Welcome to Around the Metaverse, our weekly show where we bring together some of the best content creators from the blockchain and NFT gaming community, talk about all the recent news, and give you guys everything you need to know to stay up to date. But before we jump into the show, I actually want to give a huge shout out to the folks over at Illuvium, our exclusive sponsor for Around the Metaverse. Illuvium is an open world exploration NFT creature collector and auto battler game that is undeniably one of the leading games in Web3 right now. We actually put together a quick montage of some of that, some of the Illuvitar's clips they put out, and some of their actual auto battler gameplay that we're going to take a look at for y'all right now.
Pretty fire.
Well, let me ask you, Stash. I mean, do you think it's reasonable for Apple to ask for a percentage of the gas fees? You can't take it seriously, man.
Why are they so stupid? Who did the research on this and thought, oh yeah, guys, no, we need to get 30% of that blockchain transaction fee? I don't even know how this passed QR. Is there nobody on their team at any kind of technical knowledge? This is a company that was like always priding themselves of being like the forefront of like doing cool technologies type of stuff, and now they're just a trendy brand. I mean, it's sad, man. No one's happy with Apple in general when it comes to their app store and them gouging people for having their apps and they're doing in-app purchases. I'm not saying there shouldn't be any fees. I just think it should be a little bit reasonable. It's not like Apple really needs the money. It just, to me, it doesn't make sense, man. And I used to love Apple back in the day, like back in the day. I'm talking about like Apple 2 days, right? But they have fallen so far since that. Does it surprise me that Apple did this? It doesn't surprise me they do something like that's greedy, but it surprises me that a tech company would make such a stupid claim. It's disappointing to see this, and honestly, Coinbase, man, that's a company that could fight something like this. They could really go toe to toe with them.
And I want to preface this with saying that Coinbase actually shut down the NFT transactions on the mobile iOS app. All Apple cares about is getting that fee percentage. So what would have happened was they would have paid them all in one lump sum payment and said, this is the amount of gas fees that we paid for, and here's 30% of that. So that's like technically what would have happened. And that technically is all Apple cares about. And part of that transaction in your business, in your industry, is gas fees. So that's all they care about. The question is fair though, right? Like, why did they do this? I'm not in the camp that thinks that they're dumb enough to actually think that we are going to pay them on every single transaction or anything like that. Why are they doing this? Probably because they're making some type of competitor, not in the marketplace standpoint, but in some type of payments or the realm that they are usually in. And I think Apple making a competitor makes a lot of sense to slow down another competitor of which they have control over a lot of the marketplace on mobile apps.
I mean,
I think
Llama,
I was thinking they're doing it deliberately. When I read this, it's like, to me, the first thing that came to mind is I think this is deliberate. Like, I don't think that they're honestly like dumb enough to think that they're going to get that 30%. I think they're doing this deliberately. They're building something in the back end. So they're working on something and they want more time to build that out, is kind of how this comes across to me. Because like, this just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, this is just, if they were actually serious about this, like, they're insanely greedy, and like, I don't see that going like stupid. Massive. It's just, yeah, it's stupid. So it's like no mainstream adoption is going to happen from people like, getting charged a kidney and a leg and an arm over here for transaction fees and all that. So
I think definitely it's going to hurt them in the long term, because Web3 is a growing industry, and by having this type of attitude, they're going to like get a bad reputation from this same industry, from this growing industry. Maybe right now Web3 isn't big enough, but in the long term, this is going to hurt them. I mean, definitely these fees are going to scare away many developers. I mean, it could even become like unsustainable for NFT-based projects to build there, Well, they could go back on their word and just accept like Coinbase, just like every other app, Like on Android, I use Binance and I don't have to pay any extra fees for using it. So I think they could go back on their word. And I think that at a certain point, they'll go around this because, it's as I'm saying, Web3 is becoming huge. They're going to want to be part of this. They're going to want to be part of this revolution. And by having this type of attitudes, they're going to scare away developers and users.
No, but that's all we have for tonight, folks. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit like also if you haven't. That is all we have for tonight on Around the Metaverse. We out.